61. How to remove spaces from a string in Python. Answer. Spaces can be removed from a string in Python by using strip, or replace, functions. Strip function is used to remove the leading and trailing white spaces, while the replace function is used to remove all the white spaces in the string. 62. Explain the file processing modes that Python supports. Answer. There are 3 file processing modes in Python. Read-only, R. Write-only, W. Read-write, RW. And append, A. So, if you are opening a text file in, say, read mode, the preceding modes become RT for read-only, WT for write, and so on. Similarly, a binary file can be opened by specifying B along with the file accessing flags R, W, RW, and A preceding it. 63. What are pickling and unpickling? Answer. Pickling is the process of converting a Python object hierarchy into a byte stream for storing it into a database. It is also known as serialization. Unpickling is the reverse of pickling. The byte stream is converted back into an object hierarchy. 64. How is memory managed in Python? Answer. Memory management in Python comprises a private heap containing all objects and data structure. The heap is managed by the interpreter and the programmer does not have access to it at all. The Python memory manager does all the memory allocation. Moreover, there is an inbuilt garbage collector that recycles and frees memory for the heap space. 65. What is a unit test in Python? Answer. Unit test is a unit testing framework in Python. It supports sharing of setup and shutdown code for tests, aggregation of tests into collections, test automation, and independence of the tests from the reporting framework. 66. How do you delete a file in Python? Answer. Files can be deleted in Python by using the command os. Remove, filename, or os. Unlink, filename. 67. How do you create an empty class in Python? Answer. To create an empty class, we can use the pass command after the definition of the class object. A pass is a statement in Python that does nothing. 68. What are Python decorators? Answer. Decorators are functions that take another function as an argument to modify its behavior without changing the function itself. These are useful when we want to dynamically increase the functionality of a function without changing it. 69. You have this COVID-19 dataset below. From this COVID-19 dataset, how can you make a bar plot for the top 5 states with the most amount of deaths? Answer. Sol. Max _ death _ cases equals today. Sort _ values. By equals deaths. Ascending equals false. Max _ death _ cases sns.set. RC equals figure. Fig size. Sad face 15, 10. SNS. Bar plot. X equals state. Y equals deaths. Data equals top _ states _ death. Hue equals state. PLT. Show. 71. In Python, what is self? Answer. Self is a class instance or an object. In Python, this is explicitly supplied as the first parameter. In Java, on the other hand, it is optional. With local variables, it makes it easier to distinguish between a class's methods and attributes. In the init method, the self variable refers to the newly created object, whereas it relates to the object whose method was called in other methods. 72. What is the difference between the methods append and extend? Answer. The methods append and extend are used to add elements to the end of a list. Append, element, adds the given element at the end of the list that called this append. Method extend, another list, adds the elements of another list at the end of the list that called this extend method. 73. How does Python Flask handle database requests? Answer. Flask supports a database-powered application, RDBS. Such a system requires creating a schema, which needs piping the schema.sql file into the SQLite3 command. Python developers need to install the SQLite3 command to create or initiate the database in Flask. Flask allows to request for a database in three ways. Asterisk before underscore request. They are called before a request and pass no arguments. Asterisk after underscore request. They are called after a request and pass the response that will be sent to the client. Asterisk tear down underscore request. They are called in a situation when an exception is raised and responses are not guaranteed. They are called after the response has been constructed. They are not allowed to modify the request, and their values are ignored. 74. What is docstring in Python? Answer. Python lets users include a description, or quick notes, for their methods using documentation strings or docstrings. DOC strings are different from regular comments in Python as, rather than being completely ignored by the Python interpreter like in the case of comments, these are defined within triple quotes. 75. How is multithreading achieved in Python? Answer. Python has a multithreading package, but commonly not considered good practice to use it as it will result in increased code execution time. Python has a constructor called the Global Interpreter Lock, GIL. The GIL ensures that only one of your threads can execute at one time. The process makes sure that a thread acquires the GIL, does a little work, then passes the GIL onto the next thread. This happens at a very quick instance of time, and that's why to the human eye it seems like your threads are executing parallelly, but in reality, they are executing one by just taking turns using the same CPU core. Thanks for watching Salesforcestart.